Just kidding. Okay, welcome to our Monday night launch with Gina and me, Nikki. I'm going to now reshare my screen. All right. So this milkshake, okay, is kind of like your Bible of Q Sciences. We are constantly updating it with new things, maybe a link that doesn't work anymore, or maybe just new information. I know that we updated it. I don't know if we yes, we did update it with some Zoom information on there. So we're constantly updating it. Okay, so welcome. We're so glad that you are here. We're going to discuss a couple things. You want to get familiar with this milkshake. You want to save it to your phone some way, somehow. You could put it in your notes. If you have an iPhone, you can definitely put it on your front screen. You can absolutely, obviously bookmark it, favorite it, whatever you got to do. You want to download Zoom because we use Zoom all the time. You want to download the Telegram app, okay, with all the team-wide chats, and we'll get in there in a second. Make sure you are checking your emails, okay, your Q emails. When you sign up within 24 hours, you should get a DocuSign. Okay, if you did not, I know there's a ton of new people on here that have not watched the launch before. Okay, and maybe you're getting on this launch again because we do encourage you getting on multiple launches so you can hear this information. Please check your emails. Okay, I know some people who have signed up on a weekend or on a holiday and it just doesn't go through. It's a quick phone call to Q Science, or it's a quick chat on your back office, and they'll resend it out. All it is you're an independent contractor. You're basically signing a contract that you're an independent contractor. You're getting 1099. That's where you will see your Q Paylution, where your money's going to go into, which you can set that up however you want. You can ask them for a debit card. I have mine linked up to my checking account, and I have 100% of it. Anytime the money hits Paylution, it hits my bank account. You can have it however you want it set up, okay? You're going to watch a launch call. There's another launch call here that you can watch. Listen, I totally get it. When you hear information multiple times, but you hear it maybe from somebody else, something just clicks. Okay. I totally get it. I do have a couple favorites as far as launch calls. I love Stacy Galeman. I think I'm saying that correctly. She has a Southern accent, Texas accent. She's lovely. She doesn't use a milkshake, but she uses something similar, and she's going over the same systems of success. Everything is duplicatable in this business. Brittany Hitch has one. So find someone that jives with you and listen to it. You want to start messaging your people. You are on a mission, okay, to find your two business builders. When you join, the clock starts for your fast start bonus, okay? Your first full 30 days. So if you just joined us last week, you had the rest of last week, okay? And you have until end of May 31st, to get that fast start bonus of the $500 and that $250, okay? Completely doable. Okay. So you are on a mission to finding your two people. We like to call it your Fab Five, and we're going to talk about that launch paper here at the end. Okay. You want to invite prospects to opportunity calls. I try to do one either every night or every other night. There's tons and tons of calls, and I'm going to show you here. I'll pull up my Facebook here in a minute where you can find those. One super important thing, okay? Watch and listen to trainings, okay? Whether you're in the car, you're doing laundry, you're ironing, plug in, put in an earbud, plug in. You will thank yourself for doing that. Maybe sacrificing, obviously, maybe watching a TV show, okay? Or maybe jamming out to Britney Spears down to going to work, okay? You're going to be listening to maybe one of us. So definitely worth your time. You want to plug in. The more you plug in, the more you learn, the more educated you'll feel when you're talking to people. One thing I do love about this business, as you can see from a couple questions that were just asked, we don't know everything, but we can promise you that we're going to find out what the answer is. Okay. Your peak post on social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever your cup of tea is, you want to think about what your peak post wants to be. Okay. Do not mention Q Sciences. You want to make people curious as to what the heck are you doing? Okay. There are basic training videos from Francesca Fields. Okay. And we will post that in the group chat after this. We still have to add it to this milkshake, but I am telling you that is an amazing training series. She goes over peak posts, she goes over customer service, she goes over finding your two. There's a bunch of basic training videos, okay? And they're pretty short too. And again, I was in a network marketing business before this, and I've learned so much. Guys, when I tell you I now have the business mindset because of what is being offered to us on a daily basis, I definitely have a business mindset. I did not have a business mindset before starting this. So stay plugged into the Facebook groups as well. Okay, so these are the Facebook groups. Guys, we try our best as leaders to, when somebody new joins, we try our best to invite you. But this is your business. You are a business owner, believe it or not. Okay. If you treat this like a business, it will pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby and you just reach out to people every once in a while, it'll pay you like a hobby. So take ownership, look at these groups, make sure you are in them. If you're not in them, invite yourself. You might have to put in who your silver leader is, which is our very own Jordan Johnson. So that's super exciting. And you need to have your ID number. Okay, so when you go onto these groups, invite yourself if you're not already invited. And real quick, I'm going to show you my Facebook because I think it's super important that for people that maybe aren't, people that really aren't big on Facebook or maybe are newly big on Facebook, okay? Can everyone see this, Gina? Can you see my Facebook?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so right here on the left-hand side, okay, are all my pinned groups. Okay, so when I go into, let's see, Freedom Co. When I go into Freedom Co, okay, I have this up here, okay? I go to these three dots and I'm gonna click on that. As you can see, this is pinned, okay? So it pops up on like my top pinned posts, okay? Right now it says unpinned because it's pinned, but you wanna make sure it's pinned, okay? That way, if you need to find something, it's right there. Oh gosh, what was that group called? You don't even need to know. It's gonna be right there. Manage notifications. Your settings are automatically set to highlights. I just found out the other day that one of my things were set to highlights. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been here for 7 weeks and it's been set to highlights. So make sure you are getting all posts, okay? There's contests that we do. There's just all these different things that we do. You want to make sure you're getting all posts, okay? So definitely go in there and figure out how to do it. All right. And the other thing, which I just love about this company, this is so new to me. You can go into events. If you're looking here, you click on events. Guys, we have events every night, okay? Top leaders of our company are doing events all the time. So tomorrow night's Katie Williams. You can click on that. Okay, if you go scroll down, there's the information. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. We try our best to post in our group when we see things and hear things that are going on. But again, you know, everybody has full-time jobs right now until we are totally Q science. So we do try our best to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. But again, take responsibility, go into all of these groups, the movement, all of these, and see what is going on. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, just post them in the chat. Okay, so Telegram chats. This is really cool. That's actually what's been bouncing over here on my bottom of my screen. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. Telegram chats, you don't need Facebook or anything like that. It is a separate app. I think it's pretty cool because you are getting people from all over, people that are not in our organization but are in Q Sciences. You're getting to hear from all different people that are in different time zones. So your phone might be like going off, you know, because people are in different time zones and they're throwing stuff in the chat. So you can adjust your settings, okay, and fix that. But I do know I had mine turned off for a while, and then I just recently turned it back on. And there's some really cool stuff. The screenshot method, guys, people will post like, oh my gosh, what do I say to this person? Or, oh my gosh, guys, victory. Look, I changed up my wording and this happened. There's an engagement group, which is really cool that I started utilizing too. If you want people to start following you on like Instagram or all those things, you can post your link to like your Instagram or Facebook, whatever it is, and people will help each other and like start commenting, because that'll bring more people to your page. So definitely, it's a free app, definitely pretty cool. Business mindset versus MLM. This is a training video here. All right, launch documents. I'm going to come back to this. Okay, I did talk about the weekly pay, signing up, using the eDoc, making sure that your auto ship is set up. I'm going to touch briefly upon this, but we are going to do another training on this. Okay, so you have until the 15th, okay, technically, to have your auto ship on or to get your 100 personal volume. However, as a business owner, okay, you want to have your auto ship, your 100 PV, in between the 1st and the 5th. Why? Well, you just heard, if you were on the opportunity call, we just moved to weekly pay. In order for you to get paid, you have to qualify. To qualify, you need 100 personal volume. Now, that could be your own personal order. That could be a preferred client that signed up for $10, or that could be a retail customer. I don't know why anybody would ever be a retail customer when it's $10 for the year to buy products. I've never even heard of a preferred client thing being only $10 for the year to get the same discount that we as ambassadors are getting, but that's another rant. So you can, if you give out your personal link, which Gina was just talking about, if you give out your personal link, that will go towards your personal volume. However, you do not get paid on that 100. Okay. You do not get paid on that 100. If you continue to give out your personal link, okay, and get preferred clients, and you're giving out your personal link, you are not benefiting from that overall volume. Okay. You're going to be benefiting from box number 1. Once you have your 2 legs, okay, you want to be giving out their links. Why? It's going towards your overall volume. 2, you're showing your ambassadors that literally just joined, that don't have their legs yet, that they can make money. Okay. So it's a win-win all around. So some people will say, hey, do I give out my personal link? I only have my 1 leg. Or do I give out the other ambassador's link? I don't think that there's a right or wrong answer. Gina, you can definitely chime in. One way, obviously, you can give out your own personal link, okay? And you'll still benefit from box number 1. If you give out the 1 ambassador that you have on leg number 1, they will get the commission. You will not benefit from the volume until you have 2 legs. However, if that preferred client starts buying, okay, over and over and over again, think about it, the longevity. Once you get leg number 2, you're going to be benefiting from that volume. So if you have a preferred client that's ordering the Q Core every month, that's 100 towards your overall volume. Okay. Yep. Does anybody have questions about that before I move on? I can't see where you guys are right now. Gina, I only see you. So I don't even know where I don't even know where the chat is. So if there's any questions, Gina, can you look?
There's none.
I'm afraid to exit out of anything.
The only question is about the Telegram links. Courtney says the new ambassador link says it's expired. So I was just
okay. So thank you so much, because we're going to remove that. So if they got rid of it, I know that there was some accountability group that I think that they got rid of just because it was getting to be too confusing. So the new ambassador one, I agree. Who was that just told us?
Courtney.
Thank you, Courtney. That is super helpful. We're going to remove that. But the other one should be there because I have the screenshot method, the engagement group, and the team wide. So those should work. Okay. Guys, again, this is your business. The first thing that I did, one of the first things I did was I watched this Understanding the Comp Plan video. It's Francesca Fields, a favorite of mine, an idol of mine. She does an amazing job of describing the comp plan in depth. Okay, it's a half hour. I'm a visual person, so I printed out the comp plan sheet. I literally drew all over it, and on the back, okay, OV means overall volume. Now I get it, right? But at first I'm like, okay, this is like going to be my paper that I'm going to like carry around. I actually took a picture of it and I have it on my phone, my writing, because when I first joined, a bunch of people started joining me and I'm like, oh, I don't know, so please take the time to watch this. Again, this is your money, guys. So you want to know how the heck am I supposed to be getting it and how it works. So there's the link for that. Did somebody just ask a question?
Courtney
Here
says
you
no.
guys are.
No questions.
Rose, what are you confused about? Which one? Are you confused about the comp plan? I'm going to talk about this until you, the comp plan. Okay, I'll go over it, but I do suggest, Rose, watching this video in this link, okay? She's going to be the most helpful. So Rose, you just joined, okay? Perfect example. You just joined. Let's use Rose as an example. She literally just joined, so congratulations, Rose. Right now, you do not have your legs. So you are going to be working off box number 1. You're going to be giving out your personal link, okay? Your personal link is your username .myqsciences with an s.com. That is your personal link. You are working off of that commission, okay? So Rose, if you have your 100 in, okay, your 100 PV in, your next order that comes in, you are going to be getting 15%, okay? And as the more volume you get, once you reach 501, you are going to be getting 25%. Okay, so that's box number 1. Rose, when you have your 2 legs, okay, let's say we have Mary and Susie. I keep on using Susie as an example, so I'm kind of thinking that a Susie is going to come into my business. So mark my words today on May 3rd that there's going to be a Susie that's coming into my business because I keep on using that name. Okay, so we have Mary and Susie. They join you, Rose. Okay, Mary and Susie join. You are now don't give out your link, okay? Because now you are working off of box number 2, okay? In order to get to builder's the first step, okay? You need 300 overall volume. You can, with the 300, you need to be pretty even on each leg number 1 and leg number 2. So if you have 300 on one leg, you're not builder yet. It needs to be even. You could take up to 180, which you can see on the comp plan. You could take up to 180 from each leg. So you can take 180 from one leg and 120 from another leg. That equals 300. Okay, and your builder. Awesome, great. So now you're going to get your $50 plus your $100 fast bonus. Okay, that's what you are working off of. Does that explain it a little bit better? Michelle, I think Janine said that you had some questions about the comp plan. Is that giving you a little bit more clarity on at least how it works to start off? You can put it in the chat. You don't have to unmute if you don't want to. Anybody that is confused, please speak up because this is going to help everybody, and this is obviously recorded.
Nope, I understand it better now. Thank you.
Yay! Okay, good. Good. I want to make sure because that is something that again, I blew up Christine's phone and Jordan's phone because I'm like, what is this? And I promise you, when you start seeing numbers, it's going to make sense. Okay, so guys, I'm talking to somebody in Germany right now, and I need to take a look at this world market product catalog because there are some items that are not in other countries. As you can see, Japan, it looks like they only have certain things, okay? So you definitely want to take a look at this if you are reaching out to somebody in another country. Okay, links. We still have to add those basic training videos. So for now, I can put in the QS team the basic training videos, but we will add a link here, okay? These are great videos, okay? But my suggestion is to watch the basic training videos first before diving into these. Okay, what helps what? I have this in my favorites. I also have a Q Science album on my phone when I screenshot stuff and I save it to that album, so it's easy for me to access. What helps what? This is also your Bible, okay? If you hear somebody that has an ailment, you're going to go right to this document, okay? That has been super, super helpful. This needs to be updated because we just started having our greens. Okay, that's an official item product that we have, which is super awesome. But this just shows you what the personal volume is, what the cost is retail, what the cost is wholesale. Obviously, you're saving a ton of money when you are a preferred client or obviously an ambassador. And what the discount is. We have a wholesale discount. So each percentage is just a little bit different, but this is a really good thing to have because people want to know this. On our QS team chat in Messenger. Okay, if you click on QS team and you see this over here on the right, you're going to click view photos and videos. Okay, Jordan, Candace, everybody's always posting awesome pictures, videos, and all that stuff. And it's right there. It's so awesome. It's literally right there. Any video or picture that is shared, you can see it. So that's really amazing. Okay, literally, we just added this today. Guys, we are all over the place, right? We are in the East Coast. We are Eastern Standard Time, Mountain Time, Central Time, Pacific Time. I got to be honest, I have so many Google things because I don't ask them out, but I'm like, okay, if it's 7 p.m. MST, what is it? Eastern Time, so here's the example. Okay, we're used to Eastern Time here. Okay, so 7 p.m. Eastern Time it's 2 hours off Mountain, an hour off Central Time, and then Pacific Time. Okay, so those are just examples. And then Zoom IDs. So these are everybody's Zoom IDs. There's every once in a while there won't be a Zoom ID on the Zoom invite. So these are just good to know if you need to get on a Zoom. What a Zoom ID it is, because these will never change. These are our personal Zoom IDs. All right, so I'm just going to back up and go over one last thing. So please get your questions ready if you have more questions. Okay, so definitely print the, okay, can everybody see this? I'm going to hope so. Okay, have this printed. Okay, I have this printed next to my comp plan paper. Your personal website. Like I said, it's your username .myqsciences with an S, and I stress that because there's been plenty of times where I put in myqscience and it brings me somewhere weird. .com. Okay, your ambassador ID number. I have it saved to my favorites on my phone because if I call customer service or I need to use it to get into a group, I need my ID. Okay, your upline silver leader, like I said, is Jordan Johnson. I smile ear to ear every time I see that. And what your start date is, very important to know what your start date is, because honestly, guys, you guys are, if you're putting in the work consistently, you're going to rank up fast, and you're going to want to tell people like, oh my gosh, I literally just hit this level in X amount of time. I just started on blah, blah, blah date. Also important to know, because again, if you just joined us last month, end of the month, you had that week, okay? And you have the rest of the month now to get to executive. You are running for executive. I am telling you, it is 100% possible, okay? Your why. This is my favorite. This should be something that really pulls on your heartstrings, okay? Your why. What is your why? Why did you decide to join Q Sciences? Why did you decide to join your friend or your family member on this journey? Okay, that is what is going to be very important to you when you get your first no, and it stings. Okay, people will say no, people will ignore. Okay, it happens. I'm going to be honest with you. One day I had yeses all day long. Okay, yeah, totally. Send me the 9-minute compliment video. Yeah, totally. Send me the opportunity call. The next day, guys, I literally had everybody ignored me, ignored or no's. Okay, so I stress the whole why, because that why is what is going to hold you accountable when things might get a little shaky. Okay, because I'm going to tell you right now that there's people out there that are just not open-minded. Okay, but it's your job to kind of open their minds. Okay, we are going to have more training calls starting next Wednesday. Definitely mark it on your calendars, guys. Wednesday nights at 8:45 we will have a weekly team phone call. Okay, and we will be covering all different things every Wednesday. So we will get that information out to you. And but definitely mark that on your calendars. Okay. So we will dive into that sooner. Where can I get these documents to download? Rose, they're right in the milkshake. So just open up the milkshake and hit download. So when I'm here, let me go back. So see how it says there's an arrow here? You can print launch calls, launch documents. You click on that link, and that's what brought me right here. Okay, so step 2, okay, within the 24 or 48 hours, you're getting on a call like this. You can make your peak post. Everybody has a different opinion about a peak post, okay? I was in a previous network marketing company. I felt like I had something to prove to myself. So I didn't talk about it on social media until I hit executive. Okay. But everybody has a unique situation. So I always tell people, when you feel it in your heart, okay, and you have something to say, you put it out there. Okay. That's just my personal opinion. But you should get it out there sooner rather than later. Okay. You never want to mention Q Sciences. And in that basic training, she does talk about why and all that. Okay. Webinars, those are just trainings, guys, stuff like this, other trainings that we have. Okay. 3-way calls. That is what we're here for. Okay. You just joined. Okay. You want to close the deal. You want to get somebody started. Get one of us on your phone call or in your text message or in your messenger, whatever it is, get us on there to help you. Okay. Additional exposure if needed. That's just maybe a private one-on-one call with your leader, or maybe that is a more intimate opportunity call or just trainings, whatever. Edifying your upline. Guys, there are so many people in this business from all different walks of life, stay-at-home moms, social workers, police officers, people that are really big in social media. Christmas Abbott, she's a famous CrossFitter, and she just joined us, and in 1 month, she made it to bronze, okay? And I would edify her if I'm talking to somebody that is in CrossFit, but I'm not going to edify her if I'm talking to a stay-at-home mom. Okay, so pick who you want to edify. Okay, if you want to edify maybe Jordan because she did a previous network marketing company. If you want to edify Francesca Fields because she's a social worker and she was in a school, or she wasn't in a school, but she was in like with DCPP type of thing. Think about who you want to start talking about. Back to the launch calls and repeat. We are super fortunate that we benefit from the same reward system as preferred clients, and they benefit from the same reward system as us. So guys, if you order before the 15th of the month, okay, your auto ship is on, but at least you're ordering before the 15th of the month, you're going to start getting points towards free product. Like, hello, how awesome is that? Again, this little thing here where it says me, the 120, 180, that is just a perfect example, okay, of how you're going to get to builder, that very first step. And to be honest with you guys, there are a lot of people that blow past builder within the same day because orders are coming in, people are signing up. The momentum is wild in this company. So you have 120 on this side, 180 on this side, that equals 300. Like I said, if you have 100 over here, and 200 over here, you can only take up to 180. So you are not builder. Your overall volume looks like you're builder, but you could only take a certain portion from each leg. Now, we'll just say you blow past that and you're in pro. Of course, that volume is yours. It doesn't go away. That volume is yours for the month, okay? It's just what you can use for each level. I can't stress this enough. You should have a weekly goal. You should have a 30-day goal. You should have a 60-day goal, and you should have a 90-day goal. Okay. Go big. What you track grows, guys. Go big. If you're like, I think I can hit elite. No, go for bronze. Go bigger, because I'm telling you right now, if you go bigger, you will mentally be gunning for that. Okay. And guess what? If you miss it by a little, who cares? You tried and you put in all of that effort. So go big. And the last thing I'm just going to talk about is your Fab Five. Okay. Who do you want closest to you? So you're here. Okay. Who do you want closest to the top of your tray? Who do you love the most? Who do you think would crush this business? Who do you want closest to you? Okay. Because obviously the further down you are, okay, you're not benefiting from that volume. Not saying that you're not doing good, but of course, like I reached out to my sister right away. I drove to her house. I'm going to tell you right now, your Fab Five people you need to call. You need to call. At the very least, you need to voice message. I do not text anybody anymore. I strictly voice message. Why? Because they hear it in my voice, the urgency. They hear it in my voice, the excitement. Okay. They hear it in my voice that I'm like, that I'm losing my voice because I'm just so excited.
Yeah, I always have to say when I'm leaving voice messages, sorry if I'm rambling, but it's because I'm so excited about this, in case you can't tell.
Yeah. And literally that's part of your story, right, Gina? Like that is part of your story. Honestly, there's times where like I stumble over my words and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm stumbling over my words right now because I'm just so excited. Okay. Work it in. Work it in. If somebody knows that I was in a previous network marketing company, I say, listen, Susie, I'm going to use Susie again. Listen here, Susie, you know that I was in a previous network marketing company, but this business opportunity was just way too good to pass up. And to be honest with you, Susie, people are leaving their 6-figure multi-level marketing company and coming here. It's true. They are. There are so many people from all different walks of life that are coming to Q Science because they know what this is. Gina, do you want to add anything? I told you I was going to be a squirrel if you didn't interrupt me and
You've
chime
been
in.
doing great. I just been listening because you've been doing awesome.
Thank you.
I want to add just that I did the same thing as Nikki, and before I put out my peak post, I waited a bit. But for me, it wasn't because I had to prove something to myself. It was because I was afraid of what people would think. I didn't want to seem like an MLM hopper because I had been in a previous company also. I was worried about what the people from my other MLM would think, and I was worried about what my family and friends would think to see that I started something else. And that's actually something that I regret. I regret waiting. I wish I had shared it right away, because when the excitement is so fresh, you're able to communicate that excitement better, I think, and it catches on to your prospects, to the people who you're talking to about it. That excitement really spreads. So I would just encourage you all
And I feel too, especially listen, we say, people are like, why aren't you saying what it is? Because again, it's a peak post. Okay. You know how many people reached out to me? If you go on my stories, I didn't do a post. I did a story. If you go onto my Instagram, Nikki_Lauren, you can go into biz and Q&A and you will see that I did a full story about it. And I felt like that was really good and a little bit different. And, but again, I had like 10 people reach out to me saying, what are you doing? Now, a couple of them ignored me after I told them. That's life, guys. I'm sorry. It is what it is. And when people ignore you or say no, that just means they don't know enough. I'm telling you that right now. I had people that have gotten on opportunity calls. I've gotten people that decided to join in. Okay. I had one person that was like, I've been watching you now for about 3 weeks. I'm like, ooh, stalker. I've been watching you for 3 weeks and I'm joining in. Awesome. Okay. So people are watching you. That is the point. People are watching you in a good way. I'm in the same boat, starting to share more now. Awesome. What else? Gina, was there anything in the milkshake you wanted to clarify or anything on the launch paper you wanted to clarify that maybe I didn't explain enough? Ooh,
I think you got it. I mean, I think you got it all, unless people have questions.
And also too, Tracy, if you go, if you go into Freedom Co, okay, if you go into the search box, guys, this is another thing that some people are like, what? Let me just share again. Maybe. Oh gosh. Okay. So if you go into Freedom Co, let's just start over. We're in Freedom Co. Okay. Here's the group. See this little search ditty here? I'm going to type in peak post and everything with that word is going to pop up. Ah, look at this. The one that says, don't forget when you post a peak post here, share here. Okay, there's 269 comments. Click on it. And it should work. Okay, drop your Instagram link below. Literally, guys, you can click on everybody's link and look at their peak posts and get ideas. That's what this is for. Okay, obviously you're not stealing word for word or anything, but maybe that'll get your mind going, you know. But this search, you guys, you could find anything. Let me see here if it basic trainings pop up. I don't know if it's in this group, so don't quote me. Okay, I'm gonna go with no. So it's not in Freedom Comp. I think it's in the movement. It might be in the movement, but I'm not going to go. My point of doing this was just to show you that it's a search box, just like a search box on anything else. Okay, so utilize that. And I suggest utilizing that before reaching out to people. Like, where is this? Where is that? Try it. Just go in. You never know that you might stumble across something that you didn't mean to stumble across. Okay, we covered so much.
Did.
This was information overload. I am going to, if you guys found this helpful, I will put this on my YouTube and I will share the YouTube link. It'll just take a couple minutes because it has to download. And what else? I know this definitely went a little bit longer, but I feel like it was super necessary to really cover all those things. I typically don't go over certain things in depth on these unless people ask. So kudos to you guys for asking questions. No problem. Great. Awesome. Thanks, Jordan. Okay. I'm going to sign off, but does anybody have any questions at 9:17 at night? I hope that this wasn't overwhelming. This is not to be meant to be overwhelming. When I heard all this information, I literally made myself a list. I'm like, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I'm in all of these groups. I'm sorry. The first thing I'm going to do is make sure I sign my document. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is make sure I'm in all of these Facebook groups because I want information. Okay. I'd rather have more information than zero information. Other companies that I've dabbled in before my serious previous endeavor, okay, it was nothing like this, guys. So when I tell you that we have such an incredible opportunity with an e-commerce business like this, I truly mean that, okay? Kudos to you for taking a chance on yourself. I promise you will not regret it if you are coachable. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. If you are if you are coachable, this business will work. Okay, this business will work. I cannot stress that enough. So just listen to what your leaders are telling you. You ask them for ideas, they'll give you ideas. So like I said, sign that document, make sure you're in those Facebook groups, start listening to a basic training on your way to work tomorrow. Okay. Plug in, choose one, whatever basic training video. I'm going to post it in the QS team. Okay, so that way you have it. Copy the whole thing and paste it into your notes for now. Actually, hold on, guys. Let me see something here.
I want to add something real quick.
Yeah, please do while I'm looking for that.
You guys, we talked about auto ship. If you guys get your auto ship set up to the first 5 days of May, you're going to have access to a special group with special trainings and very exciting things that we don't even know what it is yet. So get on that if you can, and you'll also secure your weekly pay and access to all kinds of good stuff.
All right, I'm gonna hit paste. Let's see if this works. Yay, guys, if you're on your computer, okay, here are the basic trainings. Literally take this whole thing, copy and paste. I will put it in the QS team, but here are the basic trainings. So inviting messaging, income producing activity, edifying, following up, okay, customer care, all of these things, guys. I am telling you, I was in a previous network marketing company and I have never learned any of these things, okay? So please take advantage of these trainings. They're here for you. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna log off. I'm going to, like I said, put this up as soon as it uploads to the cloud, and then I can get onto YouTube. I appreciate your guys' time tonight. I know Gina does too. I hope, like I said, please take this as a lot of useful information. Replay it. Honestly, tomorrow morning. Maybe you don't listen to a basic training video. Maybe you just listen to this again, listening to me at 6 a.m. while you're driving to work. And please, if there's something that you think of at 10 o'clock at night, when you're like, oh, man, I should have asked, just ask. Okay. I was on the launch call tonight, forgot to ask this. Okay. The more that you ask, when you feel like you're being annoying, you're not. Okay. We want to make this as simple. This business is easy. This business is easy. And it's okay not to know everything. Okay. If you just started with us and you're waiting on products, I'll leave you guys with this. Do not wait to start reaching out to people. Okay. And I get the objection of, well, I don't have my products. You have the best product. The best product is the business plan. Okay. So when I reached out to people, I said, hi, Susie. Hi, Susie. I hope all is well with you. I just saw, your Facebook post about, you just ran a half marathon. Congratulations, blah, 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 blah. Something personal. Okay. Then I said, you know what? The reason why I'm reaching out to you is because I just joined this amazing business, crazy opportunity. I never thought I would do anything like this. But it was too good to pass up. Okay. It is a ground floor level company. I would love, love, love to share it with you, girl, boy, whatever. I'd love to share it with you. I am in search for, business builders to work with me and build this team with me. This is such a different opportunity. And I just would love for you to be open-minded and have an open heart. And let me send you that 9-minute compensation plan video. Would you take a look? Always end with a question. Okay. So that's something simple that you can send to somebody. Voice messaging is key. Okay. It's been a total game changer. I'm going to tell you right now, I never voice messaged in my previous company. I think I did a couple of times. Voice messaging is key. Okay. A lot of the things that people say to me, they're like, oh my gosh, your energy with a voice message like that. Like, how could I say no? How could I say no to not at least listening? I didn't say they're joining, but at least listen. Okay. That's half the battle, is just getting somebody to watch and listen. But we're going to go into more of that when we go into these trainings on Wednesday. So please mark it on your calendar, guys. There's definitely this, and you can just be listening while you're laying in bed. I know people go to bed, early, but I will promise you it's going to be amazing information. And we're looking forward to starting that. Starting next week, yes, Wednesday the 12th, and they'll be recorded too. Listen, they'll be recorded too. I feel like there's nothing like a live, but they will be recorded. And starting, yes, the 12th. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, guys. I hope everyone has an awesome night. Gina, anything you want to close out with?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much, Nikki.
Thank you, guys. You're so welcome. All right. Looking forward to getting questions at 10 p.m. Who's going to be the first one? All right, guys. Have an awesome night.